Solomia Krushelnitska, Serge Lifer, Vladimir Horowitz. Their names are known throughout the entire world. Music contests held in Ukraine are dedicated to the memory of this prolific artist. Today's program focuses on the illustrious Vladimir Horowitz. Many local, national and international competitions are annually held in Ukraine and around the world. Singers, violinists and musicians, whole ensembles and choruses compete with one another. One of the international contests is dedicated to the memory of outstanding Ukrainian pianist Vladimir Horowitz. Vladimir Horowitz was born in 1903 in Kiev. At the age of 10, he entered the Kiev Music School in the class of Professor Volodymyr Pukhalsky. He graduated from the Kiev Conservatory, class of Professor Felix Blumenfeld. In 1925, his concert around Europe brought him international recognition and popularity. 3 years later, he gave a concert in the US, where he lived until his death. He was married to the daughter of famous conductor Arturo Toscanini, named Wanda. He won 25 Grammy Awards. He was also awarded the most coveted US prize, the Presidential Medal of Freedom. The history of the emergence of competition is quite unusual. It was established under another cultural project. In 1992, a musical festival to commemorate the anniversary of the founder of Ukrainian classical music, Mykola Lysenko, was held in Kiev.
Естественно, надо было подготовиться. Мы начали чего-то смотреть.
In preparing for the competition, we had went in search of and found in archives a request of the father of Vladimir Horowitz to register his son in the class of Professor Volodymyr Pukhalsky.
Владимира Вячеславовича Пухальского. Я говорю, так подождите, Горовец учился.
As it turned out, Horowitz was a graduate of the Kiev Music School. The competition, named after Horowitz, was established on the basis of the Kiev Music School. The local authorities supported this idea. And in 1995, the first international competition for young pianists in memory of Horowitz was held in Kiev. At first, the competition was held every 2 years. Then, a few years later, a senior group was added to the competition, which met all the international standards. It had to have 3 rounds. Prize winners had to perform with an orchestra in a grand finale. The jury of the competition had to consist of international experts.
Состав жюри международный.
Появилась идея такого однотурного конкурса, который был бы...
There was an idea to establish a one-round competition for youth that would be included in the main 3-round competition. Thus, the competition Horowitz debut was born. Among the participants of this competition were Artem Lakovich, Konstantin Tolstuha, Dmytro and another 30 participants.
Последний наш Димочка через Горовец дебют. И я могу назвать таких, ну я не знаю, наверное, если посмотреть, человек 30.
Today, Alexei Hrenuk performs recitals in the National Philharmonic of Ukraine as well as on the best European stages. The Horowitz piano competition gave the world such famous pianists as Maria Kim, Dmytro Nishchenko, Antony Baryshevsky, Roman Lopatinsky, Lorenzo Di Bella, Ryoma Kagari, Kim Yong-hee, Brian Wallach. The competition became more popular year by year and soon joined the ground of the most popular international piano competitions.
Идея международного статуса зародилась у...
The late Sydney piano competition founder Warren Thompson came up with the idea to grant our competition international status. He considered our 3-round competition with an orchestra to be of a high level, so we decided to apply for registration.
Давайте все-таки подавать. Мы поступали с 98 по 2004 год. Документы должны включать все.
We applied in 1999-2004. The application documents had to include a list of jury members, participants, press releases, and records of jury meetings, so Federation members could pay special attention to the
Они
documents.
смотрят очень внимательно.
Это единственный конкурс.
It's the only competition of such a professional and international level in Ukraine. In fact, the international Tchaikovsky competition in Moscow and the competition in memory of Horowitz in Kiev remain to this day in the post-Soviet space.
И конкурс памяти Владимира Горовица, молодых исполнителей-пианистов.
С 2002 года
The international competition for young pianists in memory of Horowitz became a part of the European Union of Music competitions for youth since 2002. In 2004, it joined the World Federation of International Music Competitions. Such membership has the following advantages: prestigious diplomas, information support for prize winners in other competitions, participation in tours, various grants, studio recordings, radio broadcasting of diploma winners.
Трансляция выступлений лауреатов и дипломантов конкурса.
The finalists of 11 competitions have to appear in the finest concert halls of Europe. For example, these winners will appear in the Paris concert hall Corto. Last year, a girl from a younger group won and just recently performed in Norway. The geography of appearances is vast and also includes the US. Prize winners of the international competition for young pianists in memory of Horowitz give concerts in both Europe and overseas. At the same time, not only philharmonic concert halls, but also the halls of leading universities, academies, and festival sites are made available to young pianists.
А для чего конкурс, собственно, делается?
So what exactly is the purpose of the competition? It aims to give prize winners an opportunity to appear in concerts, and the more concerts that are held, the better young pianists develop their abilities on the stage.
Раскрыть себя на сцене.
In the first years, the jury was headed by famous Ukrainian composer Ivan Horowitz. Then, among its heads were conductor Roman Kaufman and composers Miroslav Skorik and Oleksandr Zlotnyk. The jury consisted of famous musicians and teachers from around the world.
Подбор жюри – это самое, пожалуй,
Selection of the jury is the most difficult thing. It takes a year and a half or even 2 years to choose jury members.
За 2 года. Между прочим, в 2008 году Киев принимал ассамблею.
In 2008, Kiev hosted the General Assembly of European Music Competitions, where 68 directors of competitions took part. They proposed that only one person could present their educational institution.
2 человека от одного учебного заведения.
The competition has to follow certain rules. One person cannot be a jury member more than 3 times. Students are not allowed to take part in the competition in those years when their teacher is a jury member. The jury of the last contest included representatives of Ukraine, Italy, the US, Poland, France, and Great Britain. 10 years later, there is such an unforgettable atmosphere and highly talented people.
Здесь такая же незабываемая атмосфера и талантливые, способные люди. Это восхищает. И я говорю не только о музыке. Ваши украинские исполнители несут огромный...
It's very exciting, and I'm not just talking about music. Ukrainian performers provide us with an energy boost. They give such a natural performance. They express themselves with their music, and it impresses me.
Я скучала, ведь прошло уже 10 лет со времени...
I missed the contest as it has now been 10 years since I last attended it. When I returned, I remembered all the admiration and joy that I had felt before. In other words, I'm so excited.
Украинская фортепианная школа признана
The Ukrainian piano school is recognized as one of the best in the world. This is confirmed by numerous victories of Ukrainian musicians at the world's leading music competitions. In addition, the programs of young Ukrainian pianists are of very high professional level.
высокого класса.
Сашка Леонов, наш мальчик.
Our pianist Sasha Leonov appeared with Prokofiev's Piano Concerto No. 3. This concert is very challenging in time, pianism and technique, but he met his challenge and his performance was perfect.
Выдержал, сыграл, прекрасно сыграл. Листа, Димочку.
Franz Liszt's Piano Concerto No. 1 was the right choice for Tchoni. Dima is a charismatic guy and Liszt's one-part concerto is also lively. It was phenomenal.
Такой, хорошо.
Лопатинский Роман, один из победителей и
Roman Lopatynsky is one of the winners in the children's group and a fine pianist in the middle group. Last year, I listened to him in Japan at the Hamamatsu competition, where he won second prize. It's a very serious international piano competition.
Вторую премию, международный конкурс, очень ответственный конкурс пианистов.
For a number of years, experts have faced the dilemma of which direction of development, technical or artistic, is considered a priority issue for a musician. What is more important, excellent technique or a bright emotional state?
Прежде всего, это харизма. Потому что когда скучная
First of all, it's charisma, because a boring, monotonous performance will not attract the audience.
она не интересна никому.
Техника это безусловная такая вещь, что
Technique is an undeniable thing, because the technical level is very high all over the world. Everyone knows it and tries to reach this level to raise the performance quality.
качество исполнения, качество.
There is a level which you cannot achieve. To achieve more, one must be technical and sincere, traits that have always been appreciated in music.
Конечно, в музыке вообще как-то
I
искренне.
consider them to be young and unspoiled by the stage.
А они молодые. Замечательно, что они не такие вот избалованные
They are
сценой.
interested in everything. They immediately open their abilities. It's such a pleasure.
С ними просто ты дышишь.
It's as if you breathe with them, and this enriches your communication.
Общением.
This has become the norm for broadcasting all tours of prestigious international piano competitions on the internet. The competition in memory of Vladimir Horowitz is no exception to this rule. Moreover, performances of its best participants have been broadcast live on the radio waves of 3 years now. It's very serious informational support. The contest is quite well known in the world. I asked my friends from other countries whether they heard about this competition. They knew what it was and knew that it was a major and highly prestigious competition. The competition in memory of Vladimir Horowitz is not only intended for young musicians. It promotes Ukrainian music art and the Ukrainian piano school, and cultural diplomacy is considered to be the most effective in the world.
На столетие Горовица мы в ЮНЕСКО.
The 100th anniversary of the birth of Vladimir Horowitz was marked by a concert in the UNESCO Ground Hall. The commemoration also included screening of the film about Horowitz in French and the participation of Ukrainian prize winners. Among participants were Oleksandr, who teaches in Switzerland, and others. Then we repeated the same concert in the Palace of Nations in Geneva.
Сегодня в мире знают не только имя
Today, the
Владимира
surname of
Horowitz.
Horowitz is known all throughout the world. The competition also opens Ukraine to Europe and the world. Young Ukrainian musicians who have won the competition are in demand all over the world, both as concert pianists and as teachers. The main thing is that they always return to their native scene.
Наша страна, она очень, есть такое слово.
Our country is rich in talented musicians.
Она рождает много талантливых музыкантов.
I want them to remain citizens of their country and glorify their culture and art throughout the world.
Нашу культуру, наше искусство во всем мире.